Welcome to the EILAB, a university-based research facility coexisting as both a physical and virtual space designed for research at the intersection of education and informatics. It is an impressive physical space, a superbly equipped digital observatory located at the Faculty of Education at the University of Ontario Institute of Technology in Oshawa, Canada. It is also a dynamic virtual space inhabited by the digitally connected minds of international researchers, sharing ideas, interests, and practices in the emerging domain of educational informatics. So what is educational informatics? Educational informatics is an emerging academic domain still very much in the process of defining itself. It is attracting the attention of a growing group of diverse kinds of researchers. Their guiding interest is understanding and improving the human experience of using digital information and communication technologies. Computers, smartphones, gaming consoles, tablets, phablets, and more. How do these affect learning and education? And how can we use them for learning and education? This is, first and foremost, a human-centric exploration of where technologies are viewed not merely for their own sake, but as cognitive, physical, sensory, and functional extensions of human senses and the human mind. Research in this field is conducted as a social science. Therefore, it focuses on rigorous observation and analysis while committing to bold exploration. This enterprise attracts many types of researchers eager to ask questions and test hypotheses using a variety of highly specialized digital research tools. Such tools perform a number of powerful and highly specialized functions like recording and synchronizing multiple streams of human activity, tagging and analyzing significant behaviors, tracking emotional responses and eye movements, and even, in the case of EEG systems, peering inside the brain. According to Professor Philippa Leve at the University of Sheffield, educational informatics draws from three major fields: information science, education, and computer science, and from numerous subfields, including information systems, digital and information literacy, educational psychology, learning technology, and instructional design. In addition, as Dr. Levy's own academic background in French drama and literature suggests, educational informatics also incorporates approaches and theoretical insights from the arts and humanities. Such is the rich and diverse texture of an academic field dedicated to the study of human experience. And this is the exciting context in which our EILAB story begins. To introduce this story, we spoke to Dr. François Desjardins, the founding director of the EILAB. He is a scientific leader in the area of educational informatics and the author of the Technology, Competency, and Use Framework. Researchers and organizations around the world are using the TCU as an evidence-based way to conceptualize and assess the effectiveness of human-computer interactions. We asked Dr. Desjardins to describe how the idea of the EILAB came about.
About 6 or 7 years ago, in the sense that we were doing some experiments with students using specific technologies, and in the case that we were interested in, we were looking how they interacted with others online and how they interacted with material that was screen-based, except that the equipment that we were using to do it was always makeshift with tripods and whatnot, so we came up with the idea of creating a lab that would be set up to be able to actually study and record quite accurately and give us good data to be able to study what human-computer-human or human-computer-machine, if you want, interaction would be. And to do this, we needed to be able to record not just what the user was doing, but record everything, including what was happening on the screen, what was happening around them, what they were doing off keyboard, off machine, because people tend to take notes. So this lab is basically set up for that, and that's what we've been able to achieve in terms of a site and a setup and an infrastructure to be able to allow us to do that kind of recording and that kind of studies.
This series of videos will take a closer look at the affordances of the EILAB for data capture, analysis, and collaboration. We will meet some of its researchers and become more familiar with the questions and approaches pursued. For fellow researchers in this area, we will also provide clear and friendly tutorials on the use of EILAB hardware and software, focusing both on potential opportunities and limitations. Okay, I know. Educational informatics is about the human experience of using technology, and not about technology itself. However, I think you will agree from a technology infrastructure perspective, the EILAB is pretty cool.